Today I'm going to give you my 5 top tips for travelling alone in Thailand, but this could go for any country. I think it pretty much transfers over to most countries, but specifically I'm going to be talking about Thailand because that's where I've had my experience in. Travelling alone, it can be daunting. It wasn't really for me because I'm quite an introverted person anyway, so that side of things, being alone, didn't really bother me. But I remember when I was telling people I'm going on holiday, I'm going away to Phuket on holiday, the amount of people that were, oh well, I couldn't do that. You'll get bored on your own. What are you going to do on your own? And there's lots of stuff you can do on your own. Traveling alone can have some real benefits. For one, you can run to your own schedule. You don't have to worry about what anybody else wants to do or go where anybody else wants to go. You can just do you and do exactly as you please. And I also think that it's easier to make friends out there when you're on your own. If somebody sees you with a big group of friends, they're less likely to come over and start conversation. It's more intimidating. But if you're on your own, it's easier for them to approach you and ask you how you're doing and how long you're here for. And I made lots of friends on the way. I had a really good time, and socially it was fantastic. So today I want to give you my 5 top tips for travelling alone in Thailand. So these are in no particular order of importance. So we'll start with number 1, which is always treat the country, the culture, the people and the traditions with the greatest of respect. I saw so many tourists that just walked around with this chip on their shoulder. They thought they were better than the Thai people, and although I would say the Thai people were very tolerant, you could see that it starts to get on the nerves after a little bit, the way some people behave and the way they treat the Thais like they're some sort of slaves. They're not there. And if you're trying to make friends and trying to get on with Thai people in particular, then it's completely the wrong way to go about it. By being disrespectful, all you're going to end up doing is making enemies, and that's not what you want in a foreign country at all. Point number 2 is go on tours. I mean, like activities, like going to Kai Island and James Bond Island and going to Elephant Sanctuary like I went to. All them sort of tours like that give you a great opportunity to interact with other tourists that are with you. Quite often you're spending a lot of time on the tour buses and travelling around, and it's a great opportunity to get to know people. I met so many people from so many different countries. I had a great time, and I don't think I had any bad experiences on the tours with people. There was a couple of American tourists that were a bit over enthusiastic, but they were lovely people. They just had a passion for what they were doing. While I was there, I went out about 9 days out of the 12. I did lots of activities. Had a lot of stuff pre-booked, which I probably could have got cheaper while I was over there, but yeah, about 9 days out of the 12 because I was ill for the other 3 days with a stomach bug of some form, and I couldn't get off the toilet. Sorry, that's too much information, but yeah, I met people from all over the world, from South America, Central America, other parts of Asia, Africa even, quite a lot of Europeans, and I just had the most amazing time and met the most amazing people. Everyone had stories to share, and it was just fantastic. And like I say, I believe socially, it's one of the best things you can do. There's not many better ways to meet people because you're spending the whole day with them sometimes. So yeah. Free, and you all knew this one was coming. Explore the nightlife. This is definitely one of the best ways to meet new people, in particular Thai women, but also to meet also foreign travellers. Mainly I found it was men, nearly all men, obviously for a reason, but I chatted to a lot of people from the UK. I met some Indian guys who we played pool with. I met some Chinese tourist, and he was a lovely fella. We played a bit of pool, and he wasn't very good. Then he wanted a picture with me. His missus, he was with his missus, and she came over and took his picture with me for some reason. I don't understand why, but yeah, he was a lovely fella. Yeah, it's a great way to interact with the girls, and you don't have to spend an absolute fortune. Of course you can sit there buying unlimited amount of lady drinks all night, pay the bar fine and take them home, and if that's what you want to do, that's perfectly fine. But I usually would just go sit at the bar straight away. I order my drink and I'd sit at the bar, and the girls would tend to back off a little bit, sort of thing. Whereas if you go and sit at one of the tables, they're straight over. It's their job. The mama-san is on them to go and greet, go and welcome, and that's the way it works. But I got speaking to the mama-san, the bar staff, who was playing some games with the bar staff, the legendary Connect 4. I think I played about 19 games of Connect 4 and won exactly 0. There's the dice games, and I was playing a lot of pool as well. I did end up socialising with the girls. I'd buy them the odd drink. If I'd lose a game of pool to them, I didn't mind buying them a drink. If they lost, they was offering to buy my drinks, to be fair, which I refused. I didn't need the money. They needed the money more than me. And I generally had a great time. I mean, I was in Patong, and my place of choice was Soyotop. There's a little bar called Lucky Bar in Soyotop, and yeah, there's some lovely people in there, and I had a great time. Number 4, eat at local Thai restaurants and local restaurants. I did this mainly because I love the Thai cuisine. I'm a great fan of it. Spicier the better. I didn't really find it overly spicy compared to some other cuisines, but the food was fantastic and I loved it. But the bonus to that was I met a lot of Thai locals. I'd go to the restaurants where all the Thais ate the food, the little backstreet ones and on side streets and stuff, and I got to speak to a lot of people. There was one particular restaurant that I would go to on the way back from when I'd been out for the night. Usually be about 3-4 o'clock in the morning. This particular restaurant opened 5 p.m. till 10 a.m. So I think it was catering more for the girls coming back from work. He wasn't far away from Bangla Road, so there was always lots of girls coming in around that time. And yeah, I had some great laughs, and you know it's a local restaurant because the dogs are wandering around, there's cats wandering around, they've got the Thai music on. I'd often just sit there at night and just think, wow, this is absolutely amazing. There's a certain, I don't know if you'd call it an ambience, but just a certain feeling there, and it was brilliant. And I met quite a few people, and I was always chatting to people. Another example is there was a coffee shop I used to go to, and there was a woman in there. I don't think it was a very busy coffee shop. I never saw many people in there when I went in, but I'd go in there every morning because the iced latte was just out of this world. It was really, really lovely. So I'd go there every morning. I'd always leave her a tip, We spoke most mornings. I say we spoke, we interacted as best we can with each other. Obviously the language barrier was there, but like I'd come in and she'd know what my order was and she'd start making my order, and it's just nice. It's just, you start to feel it's more homely, I suppose. And so there we have it. There's my 5 top tips for travelling alone in Thailand. If you've got anything you'd like to add on, any tips you've got, then please leave them in the comments below. I will be running a competition for a £100 Amazon gift voucher. All I want you to do, there's a pinned comment on the site. Just tell me about your funny, bad, any sort of stories from Thailand. What I'm going to do is read them all out on a live stream, hopefully before Christmas. We'll see how many we get. And then I'm going to use a random wheel to pick one winner who's going to win a £100 Amazon gift voucher. So if you like, subscribe, share, all that usual gush, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Number 5. I know I'm going in a bit of a different direction with this one, but I do believe it's very important, especially when you're travelling alone, and that is take multiple bank cards with you. Do not just take one bank card, because if a machine swallows that bank card, you are in quite big trouble. You've always got the option of ringing the number on the ATM and asking them to retrieve your bank card, but how long is that going to take? Have you got enough money in the meantime? Will they even turn up? I don't know. And I have personal experience from this. Luckily I took 3 cards with me, but the first night I was there, I put my Revolut card in an ATM in Qatar. Obviously it gave me the money, so I got my money, but when it came to the bank card coming out, no, it didn't come out. And I know pretty much why it was now. It was a metal Revolut card, and the ATMs in Thailand do not appreciate metal cards. I hear it so often. It's even happened to me over here. I just don't get metal cards, because even over here I've had one of the ATMs swallow the card because it just can't flip it back out to you. So as well, take a credit card with you as one of the 3 cards, just in case you run into any big expenses. You never know, if you're in a medical emergency or something like that and you've not got enough money in your bank account, you're going to have to pay something up front first before the insurance will cover it. The insurance isn't going to be there straight away, and they're going to want some money for your care. So always, if you've got a credit card, take a credit card with you as well.